I talked to Gino on the telephone. I think Gino's a nice guy. He's got a pretty good plan. I will tell you what happened on this mud run thing is you guys are backfilling this thing now. This mud run thing was hatched by somebody. I don't know who, because no one will talk about it. This idea of having a mud run came out of the blue. It kind of dropped down like a resolution. A gentleman gets hired off the street on a job that didn't exist. There's no position. I think he may be getting paid $60,000. I don't know. I think that's the number. I think that number is quite a bit higher than a lot of county employees that may rank higher than him. I don't know the reporting relationships of this gentleman. I think Mr. Albritton put this thing together himself, and now we're backfilling it. I don't know what conflicts of interest. I'm sure there are none. Mr. Lambert, I think this gentleman is a real estate agent for Ken Lambert. I think this whole thing came about. This person was picked by somebody and given a lot of money because somebody came up with the idea of having a mud run. I can tell you for a fact that the park board knew nothing about this. I talked to the chairman. They didn't know anything about this mud run. This thing didn't come before then. This thing dropped out of the sky. Somebody thought this was a good idea, and they ran with it. Now, this is backbuilding. The course out there, none of this planning stuff was done. Now, what he said today, I think a lot of that makes sense if you're not going to dig a lot of holes, but I just flew over that park today with Mike Kelly. It's a beautiful park. Where they're going to put that, the actual grassy area out there is not that wide. There's not that much, this is a big place, but most of it's lakes. So if it works, fine. I went to that wide open tree thing last weekend. Nobody came to that. So I think this thing was half-baked, and now you guys are filling it in. Otherwise, there's no reason to even have him on this agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Kuhlman.